The mother ascends to greater threats and relies on Sildris to care for her children. Make sure he knows this. Ah, you are the child whose soul was stolen. My lady is concerned for you. Almalexia is the merciful healing mother of the Dunmer. She is the most beloved of the tribunal. I am merely a servant and messenger of my lady, not a teacher or priest. Seek the temples and libraries to learn more. Perhaps in time, you may speak to Almalexia herself.
Come at me!
I appear at my lord's behest. Or perhaps I was always here, and you merely lacked the ability to see me. Actions carry conviction better than words. A skilled poet arranges for others to be where they should be, when they should be, to fulfill his needs and desires. Yet the question Sildris asked was not the one in his heart. A man of poisoned words put doubt in Sildris's heart. He said the poet is less than he once was. Tell the disciple that Vivec's words and wit and way of war are as keen as always. What is Vivec beyond these? Vivec is a warrior poet, the ruthless and elegant soul of his people. He guides and protects all. Sharp of eye and tongue is he. Long is his reach. Longer is his spear. How can this question be on the lips of anyone in Morrowind? The sermons of Vivec are beside every bed. Vivec's psalms are sighed from every maiden's lips. His wisdom makes his people as hard, capable, and enduring as the poet himself. All know Vivec, for Vivec would have it so.
speak! All prayers are heard, not all are acknowledged. Every small cog drives a greater gear. Each is necessary, otherwise the whole collapses. When any cog shivers from the stresses on it, the Master feels it. But the load he assigns it is no more than he knows it can bear. Wizard, mystic, master of the Clockwork City. An architect of time and a binder of oblivion. One who masters the tools that mastered others. Does this answer satisfy? Good. Seek. Learn. When you are prepared, find the Master. He will be interested to hear your conclusions.
I can feel the blessings upon you. It's a power I've not felt myself for many years. I see. I hadn't considered there might be threats more grave than the Covenant invasion. You would think, given all we know of the treachery of Cold Harbor, that I would see that. What of Sotha Sil? I am ashamed. The three have shown more faith in me than I have in them. I dread asking this, but what of Lord Vivec? Ha! Yes, I should have known. Vivec is the most subtle of the three. It's true, I've been counseling a Dunmer who questions his faith. He told me the Tribunal are losing their powers. Only indirectly. We see the three less every year. They no longer make their annual pilgrimage to Red Mounting on Vardenfell, and no one knows why. It all seemed so convincing when he said it. I can feel the blessings upon you. It's a power. I see. I am ashamed. The three have shown more faith in me than I have in them. Ha! Yes, I should have known. Vivec is the most subtle of the three. It's true, I've been counseling a Dunmer who questions his faith. He told me the Tribunal are losing their powers. Only indirectly. We see the three less every year. They no longer make their annual pilgrimage to Red Mounting on Vardenfell, and no one knows why. It all seemed so convincing when he said it. His name is Ravil Urano. He hasn't come to pray for days now. He was in such despair. I think he'd even stopped bathing. The last time I saw him, he smelled terrible, like fresh offal. What? Have I been a fool? I questioned my faith for the flimsiest of reasons and caused others to question theirs. I have much to do to correct my failure. I wish I knew why Ravil Urano's doubting words were so compelling. I fear I've done terrible harm to the morale of my people in Ebonheart. I'll do all I can to convince them to work with House Drez. They've been constant in their defense against the Covenant invaders. Friend, a moment of your time.
Another stranger swims into our wallow. I have no quarrel with you. We shall speak. But know that if you would help those trying to murder our Hist, I will speak with my teeth instead of my tongue. It's dying. It was never healthy. This isn't Black Marsh after all. So in the last few weeks, it's withered. We've learned that House Drez is poisoning it. It's not enough to have enslaved us for generations. Now they want to carve our hearts out. The best we can do is fertilize it. We're using mudcrab meat wrapped in ashreed. Both are common around the quarter. We've also set guards around the tree to keep the Dunmer away. If you wish to aid us, gather the items I requested. Ashreeds grow in the tide pools in our quarter, and mud crabs thrive on the shores nearby. Gather some of each and present them at the roots of our Hist. Some of our people heard a dark elf talking to others of his kind. He asked if they'd seen the Drez rowing out to our Hist tree. He saw jars of poison in the boat. That's not hard to believe. Ravel Urano. My people overheard him at the inn. He was drunk and talking too loud. No one spoke to him directly. It's never been wise for an Argonian to confront a Dark Elf. Especially lately. We're far from Black Marsh. No, but it's not difficult to believe, is it? The Drez think we're little more than animals. But the Pact freed us. What they can't enslave, they destroy. The Drez have always regarded Argonians as little more than savage children. We needed to be civilized, so they uplifted us by putting us to work as slaves on plantations and in mines. No more. Now we speak beside them in the council. Ravel Urano. My people overheard him at the inn. The Drez have always regarded Argonians as... Hold. What do you have there? We are allowing no one to approach the Hist, especially strangers claiming they wish to help us. We just caught a dark elf trying to poison the tree. Your words smell fair, but tasting is proof. Let me see what you have there. Yes, I erect the spine of apology. While you were away, we caught a dark elf defiling our Hist. Please, apply the fertilizer you've gathered to the base of our Hist. As long as I'm with you, the guards will let you through. One of our guards is escorting him to my lodge. He seems half mad. He was doing something to the tree, and apparently he is of House Drez. Let this one through. It is done. Meet me back at my lodge.
This isn't a good time.
Worms! Worms in the ground. They swim through the earth like fish. They're everywhere. The lizards dance inside them.
It seems we have proof that the Drez are trying to murder our tree. While you were gathering mud crab meat and reeds, the guards caught him trying to harm our Hist. We can't get anything out of him but his name and house. Seems the rumors were true. House Drez is trying to murder our Hist. He was scratching at the bark, licking our tree. When the guards shouted at him, he dropped an empty bottle. Now he's very ill. The truth is as plain as the face of Masser. You may do as you wish, but his mind is boiling. His words skitter like a mud crab in a pan. You will gather no moisture from this one.
I can feel the spores on my fingertips. Can't wipe them off. Have to cut them off. Someone, give me a knife. Please! What did I do? What did it do to me? I see. I feel. I'm awake. I touched it. It smelled like flowers and black earth. It tasted like rain and summer wind and the deepest green. He said the tree's sap would be better than skooma. He was right. He said the Argonians might be angry. Do you think they're angry? To me, they always look angry. It's the teeth. He gave me the bottle, said it was for the tree. I thought it was skooma. I tasted it. It was bad. I fed it to a lizard. He didn't like it either. He died. The bottle broke. How can I fill it with sap? I never saw him before. I asked him for coin to get more skooma. He was a Dunmer. Someone called him Bravil? Weevil? Wabberjack? Ravil, that's it.
Ravel?
Triangles. They taste like silver, like water. I never knew.
I can't believe it. Ravel! Ravel Urano claimed he saw House Dres poison our history. Then he gave a bottle to this tree-licking waste of flesh. I smell worm scat. Someone has been playing us for fools, and I no longer believe it's House Dres. There will need to be an accounting with this Ravel.
Honor for the pact, they says. Hardy ha ha, I says.
I signed up to guard these wagons for the money. And guarding's the only thing I take money for. You got that? Some of the boys like to flirt with the elf girls. I don't know why. They're so little. There's nothing to them.
Some of the boys like to flirt with the elf girls. I don't know why. They're so little. There's nothing to them.
What brings you to this god's-forsaken dark elf dunghole? The beer in this land is fit only for pigs. Good thing we brought our own. Have the elves asked you to help beat back the Covenant yet? Duh. To Sovngarde with them. Aye. The milk drinkers landed to the west at that big yellow tree thing. Now the Dres have got their skirts in a twist. Oh, please save us, big strong Nords. Fancy lads, the lot of them. They think Nords only exist to save elven asses. Bring them on. We don't skeever out of a fight. When we're attacked, we fight. I wager you think we should fight for the rest of the pact. All right. Prove they've got some backbone. Let's see you beat 3 of my men, and do it the Nord way. We fight drunk. We've got a keg of fine, strong mead from Riften right here. Pour yourself a mug and get to it. Unless you're too fancy, of course. You want us to help drive off the daggers? You better prove the rest of the pack can fight like a Nord. Get yourself a drink, grab a weapon, or a Ponzi spell if that's your preference, and duel 3 of my soldiers.
I signed up to guard these wagons for the money. And guarding's the only thing I take money for. You got that? That's the spirit. Bring one for me!
This should be fun. Ow! Ow! Oh, I quit!
You want us to help drive off the dagger?
I signed up to guard these wagons for the money. And guarding's the only thing I take. Ha ha ha! You could only beat me if I was blind, stinking sober! And I'm not! Try to put up a decent fight. Good fight! You'll have to find someone else to brawl with. I just need a moment to catch my breath. And stop the bleeding. And get another mead. You know how it is.
We perform an important service, you know? If not for us, the Dark Elves would never see a massive log, or a long, smooth piece of wood. Especially the Lady Elves, if you know what I mean.
We perform an important service, you know. If not for us, the Dark Elves would never see a massive log or a long, smooth piece of wood.
Especially the lady elves, if you know what I mean.
We perform an important...
I sign.
We perform an
You want us to help drive off the daggers?
I signed up to guarding.
We perform an important service, you know.
We perform...
I tried to drink at the inn, and I think I'll stick with our own mead. I can't take this local stuff. It's made out of mold or something. Haha, you're clever, you are. Let's see how well you take a blow. I'll chop your head clean off! A yield spread. Good fight. Whew. Good fight. We'll have to find someone else to brawl with. I just need a moment to catch my breath and stop the bleeding and get another mead. You know how it is.
Some of the boys like...
Some of the boys.
Some of the boys like...
We perform an important...
You want us to help drive off the dagger? We fight drunk.
I signed up to guard them.
Care for a drink? Are you asking for a challenge? Shore's bones! I thought today was going to be dull. This should be fun. Stop. I need more mead. Ah, you're a good drinking mate, friend. Come back and join us again sometime.
You're a good drinking mate, friend. Come back and join us again sometime. You're a...
Yeah, I work with this lot of rowdy Nords. It's a struggle, but an artist can't always pick where their materials come from, you know? Anyway, what can I get you? Certainly. Woodworkers shape wood into all manner of useful tools, but bows, staves, and shields are our specialty. This work requires fine lumber and a sturdy work table. We also seek out style books and rare ingredients for more advanced work.
Come at me!
Well, you're not half bad, I'll give you that. I said I would, and I don't go back on my word. I hope the rest of the Pact fights like you, not that milk-drinking Urano. Ravel Urano, that dark elf here before you. He kept asking to buy our lumber so we'd leave town. I told him no, we had a contract to keep. But he offered to double it. No one pays that much for wood. Even good rift spruce. What a skeever. Don't know and didn't ask. His story smelled like last week's fish. Whole time we were talking, he kept looking around for a crack to ooze through, sweating like. The boys ran him off with a few light cuffs to the head. He hasn't come back since. Right. Things like that. They're exactly why we keep to ourselves in the Elven lands. That and the bad food. Anyway, you're all right. Tell that fancy Othrol we'll fight. Come back and drink with us again sometime. Come back anytime. The keg's got brothers. Shh! Don't tell the locals. When we bring them across the border, they get taxed as imports. As if we'd sell good meat to the likes of them.
Ow! Ow! I quit!
What is it?
Have our town's fortunes improved? That's a great relief. Well done. The Covenant troops haven't left their encampment to the west, but it's only a matter of time before our inactivity encourages them. I don't know this, Myr. Why would he cause so much trouble? Perhaps he's an agent of Sheogorath. That's an unpleasant thought. The Daedra of Chaos is worse than any mere Covenant army. Can you aid me further? Ravel must have a house in town. I'd like you to find it and watch him. I'd like to see myself, but I'm sure he'll recognize me. So I'll need to cast a spell on you. Commoners would call it a scrying spell, but I'm beyond such crude hedge magic. It will enable me to see and hear what you do. Furthermore, I'll be able to speak to you. Search for Ravel's home. I expect it's on the west side of town. You should be able to hear me now. There he is. Let's follow him.
Get away from me, brigand.
There he is. Let's follow him.
Get away from me, brigand.
There he is. Let's follow him.
Hey, Ravel. No waffle today. The temple's forbidden all sales.
Quiet, fool. I paid you for your discretion, remember?
Look here. You said fancy sword was in our camp. Hey, fancy man. Fallen on any swords lately? Saying we shouldn't help the Dunmer? Like a Nord would ever turn down a fight.
The drunk one took your advice, Silvertongue. He now regrets it. For shame.
It was just idle talk, friend. I assure you, I had nothing to do with it. Get away from me, brigand.
Hey, Ravel. No waffle today. The temple's forbidden all sales.
quiet, fool. I paid you for your discretion, remember?
Fine goods for sale.
Look here. That fancy sword was in our camp. Hey, fancy man. Fallen on any swords lately? Huh. Saying we shouldn't help the Dunmer? Huh. Like a Nord would ever turn down a fight.
The drunk one took your advice, Silvertongue. He now regrets it. For shame.
It was just idle talk, friend. I assure you, I had nothing to do with it.
He went into that shack. Wait for him to leave. He's out. That was fast.
What now, Ravil? So you're the meddler who undid all of Ravel's work. Such a waste of my time.